Hello?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, welcome to Solitude Center for Spiritual Living, your virtual space to learn about love for others and ourselves, respecting all rights and convictions as Jesus taught us. Today, we have the pleasure and honor to have back our dear sister Yasco Aracava, who will talk to us about a very important question. Are passions bad or part of human moral progress? What do you think? Well, Yasco is here to help us understand. Yasco Aracava works for the Spiritist Society of Baltimore and Chico Xavier Spiritist Center. She participates in several study groups on the codification and works of Andre Luiz. Yasco is a speaker at several centers in Maryland and the US Spiritist Federation. Professionally, Yasco is retired and previously worked as a biomedical researcher in the field of neuropharmacology at the University of Maryland School of Medicine in Baltimore, Maryland. Dear Yasco, welcome. The room is all yours.
Thank you, friends. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you, Solitude Center for Spiritual Living. Wonderful to be with you. Technically, I'm going through the cell phone, so I hope I don't move too much my arms. And so let's start from the title. Are passions bad or part of human moral progress? That means, do we need passion to evolve positively, morally, as a spirit, or is a negative thing that will be a roadblock, an impediment, a delay for my progress? Okay, so the next, so if you go to the next slide, you will see that is written there. This is more or less what we find usually in common definition in a talk, conversation. Well, passion is very an uncontrollable desire, tendency, imbalance even, an emotional turmoil, even a pathological deviation of feelings. So instead, something acceptable as a feeling, that allow me to socially interact with other people, that passion is almost an imbalance, emotional imbalance, will make a problem in this interaction, and I may cause a lot of problems. So in the next, I say, well, but if you keep going, you say, well, but is it really bad? If that was very bad, like some old people sometimes would point the finger and say, this is things of the devil. You are, obsessed or something, But isn't that from God? Didn't God planted inside of us this seed, the germ of this power, potential called passion? If it's that, why we are that subjugate? If the things are from God, how I am so subjugate in the tentacles of the passion, like in a mono idea or even immobilized with that strong desire. If passion is part of a divine law, a natural law, how did we deviate when this passion subjugates me in a condition that I cannot even live normally? I put in jeopardize my own physical, mental condition on the planet Earth. So in that next, I would say that Kardec, in the spirit books, you see, these things are all in their mind all the time, since humans understand, they have consciousness, have intelligence, continue thinking. They think about this, about this temptation, desires. So, of course, Kardec and all the philosophers have asked this question. In the chapter 12, Moral Perfection, in the session called The Passions, question 907, since the principle of our passion, the basis of my passion, originates in nature, so he's already considered is a natural thing. Are they evil per se? So he's considering is natural. There is no way for you not to have some kind of passionate experience, impulse. Human beings have this impulse. So if it's natural, are they evil per se? Because can be natural bad, natural good. So the spirit says, no, it's not evil. Passion is the result of excess. Look, excess brought about by our will. It's my will that are exceedingly using in this certain passion, using and living according to that passion. So it's my will, though the principle itself was given to humans for their good. So God put there for the good, to make goodness, to use in good way, positive way. The passion can lead them to do great things. So passion leads the humans to do great things. It's not even good, great things. Their abuse is what makes them evil. So it's like that our hand is given by God. I can use for the good, to construct goodness, to construct good things, but I can also use to slap in the face, to kill, to damage, to destroy. So is the principle given from God is good. Is our way to use it, even to abuse it, these things that was given from God, that makes that evil. Put the evil connotation to passions. So is the excess. So next we say, he continues, 908. How may we define the limit at which the passion ceases to be good or bad? So if this can be good, it can be bad. Bad when I start to exceed, to abuse. How to know the limit when balance to good or balance to bad? Okay. So the passions are like, we are still in question 908, the slide before. The passions are like a horse that is useful when controlled, but dangerous when it does the control. So if the conductor has the direction, the control, that horse is doing a useful thing for me. How for the conductor. But if the horse it starts to do by its own, and the conductor loses control, now I'm in danger. I'm in danger. The result from that con- be controlled by the animal, be controlled by the passion, now is not any longer good, and the result can be very bad for myself and for the others that are around. In this case, for the horse, for the people or the animals that are in front in their way, right? So it's well clear. Next. So Shakespeare says, passions are good servants, but bad masters. So it's like the horse. The horse has to serve the conductor, but cannot be the master. So passion is the same. A good servant, when well controlled, can serve me very well for the goodness, for my progress, but a bad master if I allow the passion to govern me, my mind, my heart, my soul, everything. So Kardec put a notation in those questions that I said before. Passions are levers that increase humans' power tenfold, lever tenfold, and help them to fulfill the designs of providence. Look at this athlete. I put ballet dancer, football player, Serena the tennis player. So how much they accomplish. And we have to fulfill the designs of providence. What is the design of providence? What is the determinism, the divine determinism in us being incarnate in the human body and experience all these passions, all these desires? Is to fulfill the very deterministic design from God that is to evolve from the seed, from the ignorant seed starting to this pure spirit. This is a determination. Our evolution, more spiritual evolution, is a deterministic design from the providence. So, however, if instead of directing their passion, they allow themselves to be directed by them, they fall into excess, and the very power which is in their hands could have done good, in their hands could have done good, falls upon and crushes them instead. So it can destroy me. Instead, allow me to do good things, to co-create good things, including my moral evolution. Now I'm crushed. I'm downhill, and I don't I'm not fulfilling the divine determination. All passions have their principle in a sentiment or need of nature. Look how strong it is. It's a principle in a sentiment and need of nature. All nature has this impulse. Even plants, look at the sun, has this impulse to face, to absorb the light, right? The animals also to use the instinct to preserve. So therefore, they say the principle of passions is not evil because it rests upon one of the providential conditions of our existence. So this means if I don't have passion, I may jeopardize my existence. And we see now how many people are getting depressive, doesn't see passion for life, to live. They say, I don't have reasons to live. I don't see my future. So when we lose this passion for something, in life, for me to do, for me to look forward, I put my own existence in jeopardy, right? Okay. So next, I ask, what sentiment or need is driving your passion, my passion? Can I see, identify what kind of sentiment? Because depends on the sentiment or need, the passion can be good or can be bad. If it's some sentiment that has some imperfection, worse is the imperfection, worse will be the result. On the contrary, if I have compassion, I have solidarity, that own drive, my passion, it can save somebody else's life, can make somebody else's life better, more comfortable, etc. Next. So we ask, what is God's purpose in the enjoyment of material things? So God put some enjoyment. There is nothing evil, nothing wrong in the humans to love, to have a comfortable house, to have to succeed in their job, to have a better car, to put our kids in a better school, to like good food. No, nothing. So why God put this enjoyment? This is divine for me to be able to feel the enjoyment in the material things. It's divine, depends on the amount, the what purpose I'm putting there. Man's progress. So one of the purpose to enjoy material things is for man's progress and to test its will. So you see here, man's progress, because if I don't, as I said, if I don't have desire to exceed as a human being, as a child, as an athlete, etc., I will just be in the end kill myself. Be just a dust. But also, if I have too much of this passion, desire, almost a mono idea, I may be in the wrong direction. My will is not in control. My will is out of balance. So I can go to excess because of my desire. It's me, it's on me. So I have to control my will. So in the question 711, is the use of the fruits of the earth. So what earth gives to us, goodness, good food, good weather, rain, etc. Is a right to all humans? He says that right is a consequence of the need to stay alive. God would not impose a duty. So our duty is to progress in this while we incarnate in this planet. So how could he put us here with a duty if God doesn't grant us means for that? The means to fulfill is this: to use wisely, usefully the fruits of the earth. 7:12. Towards what end has God made the enjoyment of material things attractive, desirable, to drive humans to fulfill their missions and also to test them with temptation? Okay, here is a fine line. I have this drive, which is still good, to keep me moving, to keep me alive, to try to survive in the harsh situations. But if it starts to be too good, my will started to like it in excess, Now comes the temptation to keep repeating it, even when it's not adequate for me to follow that desire. So the temptation, in the end, we know there is a neurological, in the end, there is a neurological change. We have a place in our brain that senses the reward. And if we are monopolized by this reward sensation, now I fall in temptation repeatedly, even to put my life in danger, like the gambler, the drug addict, etc. What is the purpose of such temptation? To develop their reason so that they may learn to keep themselves from excess. So I like a temp the water, the temperature. Oh, it's too hot. No, it's too cold. So the temptation is like that. I have to put my reasoning. No, that's too much. This will, if I continue like this, I will fall. I will put my life in danger, somebody else's life in danger. So I have to develop my reasoning. That's how human beings start to from fall and from error and success. They start to learn and to put in their memory what is good, what is bad, what should be done, what not should be done. So we commit excess. Yesterday, today, I say, no, that was not good. So let me hold myself, halt my desire. Okay, Kardec says, if humans had only been driven to utilize the fruits of the earth because of their usefulness, just, oh, well, I need to eat, let's eat. Doesn't matter if I like, doesn't like. Doesn't matter, oh, whatever you want to give to me, cold or hot or coffee, no, whatever. That's not good. I have to know what I want, what I like. Oh, I like my soup hot. I like my coffee hot. Or I like my juice cold. Whatever. I have to know myself and not just say, well, whatever. No, just by the usefulness, no, it's not enough because soon they will start to be indifferent and will compromise the harmony of the universe. God has given them the attraction of pleasure, and this in turn incites them to accomplish the designs of providence. So this attraction for pleasure is important for me to keep going to live in this planet Earth and accomplish the designs of the providence. However, through the same attraction, God also wills to test them with temptation, and this incites them to abuse. Nonetheless, the reasoning should free them from it. So it's like I said, I make excess yesterday. Today, I know I have to be careful. So I start to go to the center point and be. So now she put already the next. Okay. This is just to see how civilization, we start to learn slowly by error and success to get from earth means and use the means for our survival. Look at that, the fire. It took a long time for humans to learn to control and to keep the fire on at their disposal. Of course, they have the fire in the forest when they have a thunder or some fire in the, that uncontrollable, that was damaging. But they learn also that from that disaster, some seeds, some roots that were halfly cooked was better, was tastier. Some animals that were killed by that fire, now the meat seems more tastier. It has, ways, and they learn that they have to learn how to keep the fire on. Also, they learn the fire also is for to make their body warm in a winter in a harsh condition, instead just being inside the cave. Also serves to protect, because the animals, the predators, they are afraid of the fire. They put away the predators. So they learn fire is good for their survival, for have better tastier food. While they have tastier food, they cook, the nutritious elements became more available for them, and the survival lifetime increased, extended. Okay, so but this is a slow learning, but they learn nevertheless. And also when in 12, 15,000 years ago, they learned to plant, they learned that the seed put in a very good soil, like in that between the Mesopotamic area where the rivers put a very good element, the seed would grow. And now they don't need to be a nomad anymore, to be just a hunter and keep moving. Now they settle. So the first settling of people start in the place, in the Fertile Crescent, nearby the Mesopotamia, in the Nile, Egypt, and now they start to settle. However, they said, well, it's good to settle because now I can provide to my family. I can have other people, other men from the tribal to protect each other, to provide and to share goodness. So this is all good to be in a bigger group and to be settled. But now comes the selfishness, the one, no, the way before, the one before, the way before, the slide before, yeah. So they say, well, but I'm stronger. It's like alpha male, okay? I'm stronger. I can be the commander. Why I have to share my food, my terrain to that other group or the family? Why don't I get their place, their land, and put on my command because I'm smarter? I can do better. Well, while I can do better and share, it's okay. But now I do better, but I don't want to share. I want for me, perhaps to my family. That's it. And I want to accumulate more and more for me, for my family, for everything for me. Now comes the wars against tribes. Then this expand to bigger groups, to some other landowners in another place far. And nowadays, in the modern days, we have still wars after the big two great world wars that we should have learned. We didn't learn. Okay? So now it's bad because that passion to have, to accumulate for me now is out of control because I'm killing in name of some religion, some things that I believe, etc. That's what we're still doing that. Okay? So the other pleasure that is just I'm going to refer is in Emmanuel in this book, Liberation, Libertação, Andre Luiz dictated to Chico. Also, there is another good passion that he says is to know to look for the unknown to expand our knowledge. So the idleness is very bad. Oh, I'm going to stay here, etc., etc. So if you have opportunity to read, is in the preface of this book, Emmanuel is introducing Andre Luiz works in liberation, and he says about this ancient Egyptian legend about this little red fish. Many of you probably read, but the red fish, he he went outside of this little lake to say, look, we cannot stay here. We're going to die here. Look, let's expand our horizon. So the old guys became bigger and bigger and came to drown, and in the lake dry out, and they all die. And only one saved was the one that had the courage to go forward, to look for new place, to new opportunities, to new ways, because it's for that we are here. We are here to explore the unknown and use our reasoning, expand how to control our will in order to put a good use for the divine providence, to divine goods that is on earth. So next. So here we have some excess, what excess passion, almost obsession does to us. Workaholism, right? That can lead to burnout. So many people, especially women, are suffering of that because they need to succeed. They have to take care of the house, home, children, school, everything. And they, even when they are out working, uh, apparently enjoying a beach. Look at that. He's with the laptop. How many of us were in that situation? You know, ridiculously with the flip flop, but with the laptop on the lap and working. Excess gaming also. You forget to eat. There is the sandwich, which is not a good food sometimes, but still, even that we don't eat correctly. We swallow while we are not even aware of our respiration, our eating process. Cell phone, internet, we can fall in a hole, in an abyss, without abyss of our own duties. We forget, and we're not even noticing that we so long time in the internet, distracted from what is going on around us, what is important. And also, of course, the sugar addiction, also food addiction, that we all are suffering nowadays. Okay, so pay attention in how the passion now is controlling my will. I am a hostage. That point, we need help. We need to be aware that we're going downhill. Next. So let's ask again, what sentiment or need is driving our passion? We have to know ourselves. Know thyself, said some wise philosopher in the past. Who am I? What are my passion, my bad sentiments, my imperfection that is driving out of control that passion? Wrath, sloth, greed, pride, lust, gluttony, envy? I don't need to have that car, but my colleague that I consider inferior than me has a better car. He bought a newer model. Oh, I don't want him to have that. Why he should have that? I'm envy. I would be the one to have that one. I don't want people to be happy. I have to be the one to be happier. So, how to overcome? So, next slide. Passions, temptations, vices. So, we have here, we need help. We need help from other people. Okay. In question 909, Kardec asks, could man always, by his effort, overcome his evil inclinations? So now the passion became vice, evil inclination, uncontrollable. Yes, the Spirit says. Yes, how to overcome? Yes, we can. And often by making very insignificant efforts. What you lack is the will. Oh, how few of you make efforts. Yeah. How many times we decide on a Monday to start a new lifestyle? Well, whatever. In the area of food, in the area of physical movement, etc. Behavior, to how to treat people, how to treat myself. How many times we said, I will, but the will is weak, like to say. Oh, how few of you make efforts. And the effort is insignificant if I have a correct will. Question 910, can man find effective assistance in spirit to triumph over his passion? Do I have, if I put my intention, help from my friend spirits, mentors, even incarnated ones that have good sentiment towards me, my mother, my sisters, my spouse, etc. Yes, if sincerely ask God and his good genius, the good spirits will certainly come to your aid because that is their mission. Look, we have with us, accompanying us all throughout these many multiple incarnations, our guardian angels. They are cheering for our success, for our success to elevate morally, to do goodness, to finally not fall. It's their mission to be with us, cheering, inspiring us. But when the intuition comes, oh, not today. Oh, I'm so distracted because now I have to go to buy this. I have to pick up something. I have to do this and that. I forget that half an hour ago I had a good intention, but I got suffocated by the thorns of this life uh, uh, things that is happening, turmoil around me, and that we don't settle down to see my real way or mission of this incarnation here. The question 459, do the spirits influence our thoughts and our actions? Much more than you imagine. They influence to such an extent that ordinarily they are the ones who direct you. Look, if it's that so, how can I get the influence, the good influence, good inspiration from these my mentors? Who are my company? Depends who I am tuning in. My affinity, my synchronization, my syntony. I'm tuning into what kind of spirits, because spirits influence, there are all kind of influence around me, all kind of spirits, because the spirits were humans without the physical body. They are not all good because they're discarnate. They're like us, good and bad. And I choose my company here, so I should also choose my spiritual company. How do I choose my spiritual company? To have a good influence, to have a good advice, to have a synchronization, have through my thoughts, good intention, good virtues, in order to attract by similarity the ones that have those kind of virtues, intentions. So the result will be amplified, will reach out farther and more people, including starting from myself. Okay, next. How to redirect the axis of our will for the good. So the will can be for good and for bad. So there is an axis. How to redirect if it's balancing to the bad? How can it balance back to the good? Moral evolution. Kardec, in the Gospel According to Spiritism, in chapter 17, Be Perfect. The true Spiritists can be recognized by their moral transformation and by the efforts they employ in order to dominate their bad instincts. So, we are not born perfect with all virtues. No. We are here in this planet of trial and expiation to go through trials and through expiation of our bad deeds from the past. But God never left us here without means for us to succeed. Intelligence, reasoning, free will to follow good or bad intentions, good or bad thoughts, but responsibility for the results from the actions I have taken. That's wonderful. Give me liberty. But look, you have to respond for your actions, for the results from the actions, the results on yourself, and from the others that depend on you or around you. So how I can use my time here in the planet Earth to go through a trial that I asked? Well, I am a very impatient person. Okay, impatient with people, with things happening at the same time. You're not going to be born in some monastery in the Nepal, some place where there is no traffic. No, you're going to be in a very big city to be tested every day, your patience, your reasoning, your compassion for the others, to let the other pass. Perhaps the other one is in hurry because he need it, and be very indulgent of somebody else's imperfection, my imperfection first. Be benevolent. Be forgiven. That are the charity according to Jesus, benevolence to all, indulgence to all imperfections, including mine. Forgive the others, everybody's mistakes. How can I achieve this? I have to put effort, because all of us are born in this stage. We came here with pride, selfishness, arrogance, intolerance. In some more and less, but nevertheless putting in question our pride appear. I thought I was not proud. No, that 10% increased to 20%. And suddenly I used my power to put people down, to not allow people to evolve around me. I removed their possibilities. Imagine robbing the possibility for others to evolve, to have good things in this life, to have success. I removed that opportunity because I'm selfish, because I'm arrogant. I cannot tolerate poor people, people that doesn't succeed. What, didn't succeed? Perhaps because you didn't extend your hands. So I have to replace pride by humbleness. Be poor of spirit to inherit this the earth. I have to be fraternal, not selfish, not arrogant, but meek, suave, tender. Intolerance? No, tolerance. We all need tolerance from others because we all make mistakes. Our turn when comes is horrible. I cannot hide my mistake. I have to have people accepting me nevertheless. Okay, so there is some ways. Next slide. Yeah. Look, to have passion. I am in this age that I have to look backwards because now I retired. I was moving, driven by my work, my schedules. Now I have to see how wisely I use my time, my body, my mind, my reasoning. Then I figured many years ago, because of this need to work, to fulfill, to provide, I forgot to learn new things. I decided not to go after new things. I stopped reading. I stopped even going to the school to learn new things, not going to a official school. I can go to some course in the internet. I didn't have time to volunteer. I'm taking care of my life. How come but now I hope I'm getting it. That to volunteer is to keep myself physically, mentally, spiritually, morally fit. Because while I see somebody else's pain, need, I see myself also in need of help. And sometimes it's easier to provide, to give help to others. But my pride may prevent me to nicely, gently accept somebody else's help. No, why? So I hide. I don't show my weakness. So my pride is there. So I have to exercise all this weakness that I have in me because I came here to try to test all these imperfections and to overcome. I can teach. I can help people to stand up. Hobbies, why not? Why not start to play something? Why not? To dance, to sing, to sew, to knit. Before I didn't have time, but it's time for me to wake up. Because that was an excuse. Even there, then I should have started all these things. So I have this video, and this willingness, just to say, this willingness to go for the new, to do things for others, slow physical and brain degeneration. This exercise, mental, physical, this empathy will delay my physical and brain degeneration. Once I have this passion, latent passion, forgotten passion, there when I was a child, a youth, now I need that passion, that driving force to retrieve even my memory, to help to, if I lost some memory, like in Alzheimer's disease, I can use music, this hobby that I had way before, to help me to rescue some part of my brain circuitry. That's what happened to this lady called Martina Gonzalez. She was a prima ballerina. And see what happened when her caregiver put the sound of the Swan Lake, and her memory comes back. For instance, but that means the brain neural circuitry starts to fire. Look at that. Listen to that. Can you put the I don't know if the sound is coming. Adriana, can you see the tape? I don't know if you guys are listening, but I cannot listen. I think because the mic is. So I don't know if I cannot hear the sound, but it's this one lady. So she starts to remember all the choreography while she listened to the music, and she even she says, look how she does. Even the drama is there. So if you see the real act, and then you can stop, but she even says to the person, to this young man, oh, I need the shoes, the correct pointy shoes. And it needs to be more perfect. I'm not able to do that. So she could even analyze that she could have done better. So to have that insight, to have this reasoning, some neurons in her brain had to be reconnected. That was broken for a while, disconnected, now has to integrate in a circuitry, and she remembers. She moves all her body. So I got it that I need to develop some passion. When I was young, I used to like to sing. Let's start to sing, to memorize the lyrics. Because when I need it, when someone puts that music that was dear for me, that is connected to some nice event, I can retrieve the memory. reconnect all the synapses. So passions are good for late age, when our memory is fading away, when our physical health is also getting, this is normal, but let's keep moving and to slow down. That is the message. So passions are not, you can put the next, you can, Spiritism offers the understanding of God's design for our intellectual, spiritual, and moral growth. I think Spiritism gives us all this because we are immortal beings that are coming once in a while for short time, transient way in this planet Earth to incarnate to fulfill God's design for our, which is our intellectual, spiritual, and moral growth. So, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you. I hope it was okay. I think I don't hear your
Sorry. I
yeah,
said it was wonderful. Thank you very much for your clarifications.
the cell phone. So probably I moved a lot.
No, no, you didn't. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much. I don't know what was the technical problem, but thank you so much.
I would like to ask you to please make a final prayer for us.
Okay, okay. So let's concentrate ourselves in this moment in order to have a conversation with God, with all His assistants, Master Jesus, our mentors, guardian angels. First, to thank so much for this existence, for our incarnation, this planet Earth, with all the means given from them to fulfill our mission, our evolution, our moral evolution. Slowly, I know you're patient with us, but with my willing, even with your support, I hope to step by step, with the help of my friends, my family members, my co-workers, to go forward, to remove the roadblocks, to go around the roadblocks, to stand up after each fall, humbly, and to be so grateful for the opportunity that I use my free will and I am responding for the consequence happily, harmoniously, with all the gratitude. I ask you to help all those that are in need, that those that are feeling so weak, so helpless. Please give them help, hope in future. Incite them with some passion, good passion, to keep moving, even the harsh situation, to instigate them to help, to give their hands to others that are in need around. Thank you so much for all the spiritual help, the Spiritist literature, and for all the mentors to be with us throughout all the incarnations. Thank you, and so be it.
Amen. Thank you, Yasco. Thank you, everyone who has been with us. We wish you a beautiful and blessed week, start of week. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.